for another video. I actually made a second one. I guess I must be getting into this. Welcome to Best Album Ever. My name is Michael. Welcome to Minneapolis, Minnesota, in my record area. We're going to do the punk vinyl tag today. This was started by Tommy's Vinyl Knot, who has put together 20 or so questions for punk rock fans to, or punk rock vinyl collectors to answer. And, the cool thing about being a punk rock vinyl collector in Minneapolis or in the Twin Cities area is Extreme Noise Records, a place that I am very lucky to have in my area, and I think many people are also feeling the same thing. They're celebrating, or they just celebrated their 30th year open as a record store. It's all volunteer run. Extreme Noise. I am also honored to say that I will begin being a volunteer at the record store this month. So, pretty excited for that. That's a real privilege and something I'm really, really excited to do. I've always wanted to, ever since I moved here in 2016, I've always wanted to volunteer there. It's part of my way of finding community. It's taken me a while. It's taken me almost 9 years, but I have managed to make some good friends in that community, and I'm lucky to have Extreme Noise around. All that said, I'm really excited to answer these questions, really excited to show some more records that I have, and get to know some more, get you to know me, get me to know you, perhaps answer some questions or comments or anything like that y'all might have. So with that, let's get into it. So the first question is basically asking, there it is. It's a do-it-yourself punk question in the spirit of punk rock. The question I came up with is, what is the punk rock record most likely to be enjoyed by my kids? And I'm going to go with either of these records by the Linda Lindas. This is their newest one, No Obligation, came out last year. Super fun, poppy punk record. All women, all girls in this band. They are excellent. I just appreciate their enthusiasm and energy in their music. They play just really fun, catchy punk rock, and this is their newest record, and I have two copies of this record. This is their self-titled debut release on Epitaph Records. I have a copy of this for each of my children, and it's cool to give them someone to look up to, someone to admire and appreciate in music, and I am very excited for them to start playing music at some point and pass along the torch of loving punk rock and playing music. So, Linda Linda's, I'll put them here. Okay, so best vinyl finds of 2024. I had a bunch that I had introduced in my first vinyl tag, and I am also going to add on to that. So the one that I did start off with is this repress of The Descendants' Milo Goes to College. I always wanted just kind of an older version. I think getting the New Alliance version of this record would have been really difficult to find. A really big challenge of something to do. However, finding this for a reasonable price was excellent. Super excited to do that. One of my all-time favorite punk records. Got to see The Descendants as well in 2024. So that was very cool, considering that their singer Milo of Milo Goes to College had a heart attack earlier in the year. So very cool to see him back at it, and including their drummer Bill Stevenson, his health struggles as well. Great to see them, and they really brought it. It was a lot of fun. First time I'd seen them since 1997. So There you go, The Descendants. The other record that I was really excited to get was an original copy of this, Civ, Set Your Goals. This is a sort of an offshoot band that they were on MTV. They were like, this is an Atlantic Records release. Although I think this is the vinyl version is on Revelation Records, which is like kind of the straight edge hardcore record label out of Huntington Beach, Southern California. Anyway, this is fronted by Gorilla Biscuits frontman Civ. The rest of the members of this band, Charlie, Arthur, and Sammy Sigler, are all New York hardcore veterans. And 3 of these members are also in the Gorilla Biscuits currently, who I also saw this year, thanks to Extreme Noise Records. Anyway, this was a great find. This is an original press of like a 1995 press. Not a hugely expensive record. Doesn't really matter. I've just been looking for this and wanted to own this on vinyl, so really happy to have that. A record from a band that took you by storm. I went with this hardcore band from Washington State called Electric Chair. This is their album called Active Aggression. I think this is their most recent record that's been released. They are just absolutely apeshit on stage. The frontman is just going crazy the entire time, flipping, falling down, bending over. I mean, like, just kind of like bodily contortions. An incredible live show. Was so taken with them. I was taken with some of the other bands that played that show as well. Big Laugh and Public Acid. I think this was the end of 2023, but it could have been 2024. In any case, been listening to Electric Chair. They're just like fast insanity. Really, really fun to listen to. Highly recommend if you like anything that's just fast as hell, and really does not care about any rules whatsoever, I guess. So, Electric Chair. Yeah, so, local punk band. I have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 records by a local punk band called the Citric Dummies. This is one of their first ones. I think this is called Tearing Out My Nails. This is the Citric Dummies. I think it's their first record. They also put out this record called The Kids Are Alt-Right, which is just one of the best titles. One of the best titles ever. Great record. They are also quite a fast punk band, and they play in these like kind of satiny jackets. I think they took them on tour with them to Europe this summer. I have not gotten close enough to any of those band members to check out how they smell, so I'm not really interested in that. This is called, it's obviously a tribute to Husker Du Zen Arcade. This is called Zen and the Arcade of Beating Your Ass. And then this is the most recent release from the Citric Dummies this year. It's called Trapped in a Parking Garage. Any of this stuff, like if you like one record, you're going to like them all. They're not really a band that has done a lot of had a lot of like super variation in their sound, and there's definitely something to being consistent. So Citric Dummies, yep. A favorite from a foreign band, I went local, and I decided to go for a Canadian band. This is Career Suicides, self-titled record, another hardcore band. This came out in 2003. This is just, again, fast as hell, unhinged, crazy. They got back together, I think, in like 2016 or so for, I guess, a reunion album. I don't have that. I just have this one. But Career Suicide's a great band. I have lots of Canadian bands in my collection. I have other foreign punk bands, but I decided to go with Career Suicide for this particular question. Next one is a signed punk record. This is going to be maybe slightly embarrassing. So this is a CD that I got signed when I was at the Warped Tour in when was that? Must have been, was it 1999? Yeah, 1999. And I saw Frenzel Rum, and they had just released a record called A Man's Not a Camel. I went after seeing them play. I had a lot of fun seeing them. I was like right up at the front. I didn't know anything about them, but I was just kind of there. And they were very impressive. And I think the bass player, who is no longer in the band, his name is Alex, I would assume. He's credited as Alexico City. He signed this. It might be a little hard to see, but there's definitely pen scrawled across that. Honestly, like, I don't own anything else that has signatures on it. Not really interested in that. I just, I like the music. I like the community. I like people. If I meet bands, fine. I'm just told, don't meet your idols, and I kind of believe in that. Any case, an underrated second album. I went with this band, another Canadian band. This band's called Omegas. This is their second album called Power to Exist. This is a 2016 release. Omegas, again, we're going with a lot of hardcore today. Really fast, super aggressive. Obviously, this is a 45 RPM record. It does not last very long. It's maybe a good 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops. But yeah, super fast, not terribly melodic, just aggressive and out there. So Omegas, they also have another record of theirs. I want to call it Legacy of Brutality, but I know that that's not the name of the record because that's a Misfits record. The Blasts of Lunacy. There you go. Blasts of Lunacy by Omegas is also a great record. Again, like, it's kind of a strange question. There are lots of good first albums. There are some good second albums. I mean, but were we looking for something that was maybe a little bit more well known? I don't know. Anyways, this is a decent second album. Most listened to. Oh no, sorry, missed that one. Okay, punk cassette bought in 2024. I don't buy a lot of cassettes. I had a bunch that were given to me. One that I did actually buy though is this. This is Ryan Kidd's "Dead in Nashville," a live performance of Ryan Kidd and the Cobras in Nashville in 2024. I was lucky enough to kind of jump on getting one of these from his Bandcamp site. I can't say enough good things about anything that Ryan has done. I also love the fact that Ryan's bass player is also from the place where I grew up, or near the place where I grew up, Northern Virginia, and he played in a band with a guy that I went to college with. His name is Billups. He played in a band called Shout Bus, and the drummer from Shout Bus is also someone that I knew in college. So they were a great band, and makes me love and respect Ryan Kidd even more. But yeah, Dead in Nashville was an excellent pickup. The next question, I don't think I have an answer for. A new punk album that's coming out in 2025 that I'm excited about. I don't know what's coming out. If I knew, maybe I'd have an answer. I don't really know. But I'll be excited when I see something that comes out. So, yeah, there you go. Most and least played of 2024. Definitely the most played was Reeks' collection. Again, this is a French oi band. Just so fun. I cannot say how much I enjoy their records. They put up a new 7-inch that I have as well called Tir Groupe, or Tir, yeah, it's in French. I'm not very good at French. And that is another great release. But some of the hits on this are just really hitting for me, and I will listen to this. Maybe the least listened to, I don't know, there's probably several. I just decided to go with 7 Seconds, The Crew. I love this record. I've listened to it so many times that I need to listen to it again? I mean, I'm not going to sell this record, but it's great. It's a great record. It's not something I'm going to go to. A punk record that is a mix of multiple genres. I'm just going easy. Ska and punk and hardcore all mixed up in one. The Suicide Machine self-titled record is an absolute 100%, no skips, easily great record, and easily the best thing they've ever done, and maybe the only good thing they've ever done. I don't know if I really loved their second record, and then since then they kind of fell off the radar for me. But more props to the Suicide Machines and this record. It was just an absolute scorcher of a ska punk record that I still listen to this day and absolutely love. So there you go. A straight edge record. We're doing more of the Gorilla Biscuits. We did so we have Gorilla Biscuits. This is Start Today. This is their only full length. Again, I said I saw them earlier this year. I love the Gorilla Biscuits for how much melody they put in their music. They're not just aggression; they're also thought and competency and great musicianship. And Lukey Luke, their drummer, is a beast. He's just incredible to watch live. I had so much fun watching him. Walter Streufels is an incredible guitar player. And then I also think Arthur, their bass player, is really underrated. And I love how fashionable he is on stage. He is just always looking very dapper. So props to Arthur for that. Anyway, the Gorilla Biscuits, this is just fun. This is like a 88 era New York hardcore, straight edge hardcore youth crew with the fun turned up. And if you don't own this record, you should own this record. It's a fantastic one. Absolute classic. Let's see. The next one was punk record with songs related to puke or vomit. I don't think I own one of those. So, sorry. A band that made one perfect record. I think the only perfect record that was ever made by MDC was their first one, Millions of Dead Cops. It's absolutely start to finish a perfect record, and then they made nothing else that was even remotely listenable for me. All of the kind of crossover stuff just doesn't hit, doesn't really resonate with me in the same way as this does. John Wayne's a Nazi. I mean, like, that song is just absolutely incredible. Dead Cops, also fantastic. Yeah, America's So Straight. Violent Rednecks. I hate work. My family's a little weird. I mean, like, anthemic songs for me. I think this is just a great record. Absolutely worth owning. So, yeah, but the only one worth owning, 100%. An album you would go into battle with? I'm reading this as, like, here's an album that I would listen to and maybe want to fight people with if I was listening to them. This is Jive Bomb. This is a Baltimore hardcore band, female-fronted band that I can't get enough of seeing their videos on YouTube sometimes, or of just kind of like hearing their aggression. Again, like, just a fun as hell, fun as fuck hardcore band to listen to from Baltimore. This is great. It came out this last year, but it's a combination. This LP is a combination of their demo and their another 7-inch of theirs called Primitive Desires. 100% really good. Highly recommend. Then mating punk song. I don't know. I don't really go with a lot of punk songs to mate to. So I went with Dead Boys. You know, we have some songs on here that are just absolute. You know, we've got some What Love Is, and then we also have, like, Hey Little Girl, and Caught with the Meat in Your Mouth. So there's a little bit of some mating songs, some mating calls here on the Dead Boys, Young, Loud, and Snotty. So, yeah, sure, why not? Let's go with that. Anyway, punk merch that's over the top. When I went and saw the Descendants this year, I not only bought one. I only bought one kind of merch, and I bought it 3 times. I bought two for some of my friends, or one for two of my friends, and then I got this bonus cup for myself. I love coffee. I'm privileged to work from home, and I love being able to drink lots of coffee while I work. So here is my official Descendants bonus cup, and just a reminder: thou shalt not partake of decaf. So there's that. A non-punk record that I get shit for. I mean, take your pick. I like the one I just randomly picked off my shelf. I mean, ABBA's Arrival. Do I deserve to get shit for this? I don't know. Lots of people own this record. Do lots of people who listen to punk music own this record? Maybe. I do. So you can give me shit. I don't care. And then lastly, a album cover that is foretelling of a scene from 2024, or of 2025, I should say. 2025 is off to a pretty rough start for a lot of folks out there. So lots of compassion to people out there who are experiencing fires out in Los Angeles. Like people driving trucks into crowds, exploding their cyber trucks outside of hotel buildings. I mean, there's a lot of uncool shit happening. And yeah, I mean, it feels kind of like this scene from Good Luck Everybody by AJJ. I think there's a lot of things to be said for this record and its connection to what's happening 4 years later. This came out kind of at the end of, or at the beginning of like this 2020 election cycle, before COVID, and Sean Barnett played a lot of these songs, the lead singer from AJJ, over YouTube to, again, during the pandemic as we were kind of in lockdown. And a lot of them were just, basically like hate songs for Trump. And that's essentially what this is. And, there's a lot to be said as kind of we're progressing towards, another Trump presidency. I don't often, get too political, but it's scary for a lot of people. I will just say that. I think that is fair. So let's hope that this is not this like water on fire and nuclear, bullshit, is what's forthcoming, for many of us, or for anyone for that matter. But I hope work for and hope for a more peaceful tomorrow in a world in which we can have discourse and hopefully get along. Any case, yeah. So that's it. Punk Final Tag 2025 in the books. I'm looking to maybe make this channel a little bit more like my Instagram channel, which is also called Best Album Ever. Should you want to check that out. And it kind of goes into like my perspective on music from sort of an autobiographical perspective. So hopefully we can expect to see some more of that later. Other than that, I wish you well. See you later. Bye.